David Allan Coe, the legendary outlaw country singer and songwriter, has died at the age of 86. His beloved wife, Kimberly, was the one who confirmed the heartbreaking news to the press. She shared that her husband passed away around 5 p.m. on Wednesday. Welcome to gossip.com. We bring you the biggest celebrity news and entertainment stories every single day. If you want to always be the first to know what is happening, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's get straight into the story. Right now, the exact cause of death is still a mystery, and it is being discussed online by heartbroken fans all over the world. Kimberly shared a deeply emotional tribute to her husband. She called him the best singer and songwriter of our time. She wrote, "My husband, my friend, my confidant and my life for many years. I'll never forget him, and I don't want anyone else to ever forget him either. And honestly, forgetting him is completely impossible." But wait until you hear the unbelievable life story he left behind. If you have ever heard the famous song, "Take This Job and Shove It," you already know David's brilliant work. He wrote that massive hit which became an anthem for everyday working people everywhere. He also had huge hits of his own, like The Ride and You Never Even Call Me By My Name. But here is a fun fact you might not know. David was actually the very first person to record Tennessee Whiskey. Yes, the exact same song that later became a giant hit for George Jones and more recently Chris Stapleton. David was a true outsider. He did not play by the rules of the Nashville music industry. Instead, he created his own path. He even earned the nickname the Mysterious Rhinestone Cowboy, because he used to perform wearing a flashy rhinestone suit and a mask. But his life was not all just glitz, glamour, and hit records. In fact, his dark and difficult past is what shaped his entire career. Before the fame and the money, David grew up in Ohio and spent a lot of time in youth facilities. In the 1960s, he even served years in an Ohio prison. Fans believe his time with motorcycle clubs and behind bars gave his music that raw, real edge that people loved so much. David once shared that he would have never survived his time in prison without his music. They could lock him away in isolation with nothing to do, but he would just make up songs in his head to stay sane. When he finally got out, his very first record was actually a blues album filled with the songs he had written while locked up. But that's not even the shocking part, because fame brought its own set of very wild controversies. As his star grew, David built a massive and very diverse fan base. You would see bikers, doctors, lawyers, and bankers all standing together at his shows. He toured with massive names like Willie Nelson, Neil Young, and Kid Rock, but he also took some major risks. Back in the late 70s and early 80s, reports say he released a couple of secret underground albums through biker magazines. These albums caused a lot of outrage. David later admitted he deeply regretted recording them, explaining they were just meant to be campfire songs, and he completely stopped singing them at his concerts. Fame also brought major money problems. In 2016, he faced huge legal trouble when he owed the tax agency nearly $1 million. Court documents showed he was playing over 100 shows a year but failing to file his taxes properly. Despite the extreme ups and downs, his impact on country music is absolutely undeniable. Since a hospital stay in 2021, he had stayed mostly out of the public eye, living quietly with his wife. Now the music world says a final goodbye to a true rebel. Let me know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to gossip.com for more updates.